I am excited to talk to my ladies primarily. And guys, if you want to be here with me, hang out. I want to welcome you into my space, my world, my thoughts, and I want to share them with you. And I hope that it inspires someone. It brings about some transformation.
Happy Sunday and welcome to the Transparency Place. I am so excited this evening because I get to sit down with Miss Vicky Wise. Miss Vicky Wise is amazing and I'm excited about this conversation. I'm excited for you as listeners that you get to chime in on this conversation, live, comment, share. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna invite her on the camera. I'm not gonna talk any longer. I was trying to share it on Facebook to make sure they knew that we were live. So come on, put her on the camera and let her introduce herself.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am blessed. I'm blessed.
Awesome. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people who you are. And then I'll tell them why I invited you on.
Okay. So my name is Victoria, but I go by Vicky. I am the owner and operator of Wise Meal Prep, where I turn my lifestyle change into my business, and I want to help others, and I want to bring others on and show them that if I can do it, you can do it too.
Awesome. Miss Vicky Wise is one of our amazing vendors that will be at the Friends Who Give pop-up shop that is happening this coming Sunday. It is this Sunday.
Yes,
oh my goodness.
I know, right?
This Sunday at the Rollercade in Southwest Detroit. So if you are free and available between the times of 1 and 5 p.m., come check us out. We will be there. But in addition to that, I think that Miss Vicky is an amazing person who has an amazing story. And I've only honestly been able to witness it via Facebook. I have never really talked to you about it. So I wanted to hear more about it because I think you have something that could really impact the entire world, not just communities, but the world, because you did a lot of work. I've seen a lot of work happen over the past couple of years. So tell us about it.
So my journey, my story started off, truthfully, it was a health scare. Okay. Back in 2019, I was admitted into the hospital. I was having stomach pains, severe stomach pains. I couldn't keep anything down. I didn't know what was going on. The doctors really didn't know what was going on. At that time, I was a type 2 diabetic. I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, things that plague the Black community. I was a statistic. Spending that time in the hospital for 2 weeks, I don't wish that pain on anyone. Wow. That was my wake-up call. Once we finally figured out what was going on, I said, okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep living my life like this. And back in 2019 was when I started to meal prep. Didn't really know the gist of meal prepping. I just kind of knew like, okay, I need to portion food, so I need to make better choices. And that's what I did. Still was eating what I wanted to eat in moderation, but not really looking at the benefits of food, not knowing how food can heal the body and how food can fuel the body. Food isn't the enemy. Food is your friend, especially if you use it in the right way. So that was with my wake-up call, and that started my journey into where I'm at today. And I am 70 pounds lighter, diabetes gone, high blood pressure,
wow,
high cholesterol gone, no more medicine. I'm not at the pharmacy once a month getting insulin, shooting myself up twice a day, no more metformin, glipizide. When I started this journey, I was on 13 different medicines.
I am even more excited for you. I didn't know all of that.
One medicine that my doctor still keeps me on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, when I go see him, I can get off. But everything that I take is just all natural herbs, fruits, veggies. I researched and looked up the benefits of food and how food can heal my body. So I'm a living witness. When people say, oh, herbs can heal the body, food can heal the body, I'm a living witness to that. Because if you're consistent and you do it and you actually put the work in, it can be done.
Wow. I'm like stunned. I've never heard it come out of your mouth. I saw bits and pieces of it on Facebook. So that to me, it's just amazing. So in 2019, when you were admitted to the hospital, did you know that you had all of these health conditions going on? Or is that when you found out?
So I knew I've been a diabetic since I was 16.
Okay.
It runs in my family on both sides of my family, mother and father side. So I knew I had everything, the diabetes, the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol, I already knew. I was young and dumb. I really didn't take it seriously. I'm like, oh, I'm young. My body will jump back. You know, when we're young, we make mistakes because our body just bounces back. We can party all night, go home at 2:00 in the morning and be up at 6 for work. And that's how I lived my lifestyle with my health. I thought that my body would just bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. And then eventually, at the age of 29, my body said, I can't bounce back anymore. You have to, it's time for us to heal. And that's exactly what I did. That little voice that kind of always told me to make a change, but she was never loud enough. She finally screamed and I heard her. And she's been screaming ever since.
Wow. So what was the first step for you in this process?
Truthfully, the first step was the food. Eating is 80% of a lifestyle change, a diet. If you eat like crap, but you work out every day, you'll see a little bit of the results, but you really won't get the full impact of the results. So my big thing was eating. I needed to get my eating under control. I needed to truthfully finally listen to the doctor and do a lot of the low carb diet. And I still do. I'm still kind of low carb. I mean, if I want chips, I'm at the point in my lifestyle now where if I want chips, I'm going to eat chips. But in the beginning, I was lean meats, veggies, low carb, high fiber, and I meal prepped. And I was on it. I mean, I would pick days out in a month where that would be my cheat day. So once a month, I would have it on the calendar, red cheat day, and I would have it circled. And I would look forward to that day because on that day, I would eat what I want and I would not feel guilty about it. So, and that's how you have to do it. So my first thing was eating. I had to get my eating under control, my portions under control, and I had to get that fat person that, and she's still in here. Sometimes she still comes a knocking like, hey girl, no, sis, I can't, not today. So my eating was the biggest thing that I had to get under control before anything.
So this might sound like a real petty question, but I have to ask. Like, do you eat to get full or is it more so eating for fulfilling? I'm greedy. That's why I asked that.
No, so I eat, the food that I eat to fuel my body.
Okay.
But a lot of people be like, oh, because I still meal prep. I don't preach about this lifestyle and not live the lifestyle. So I still meal prep to this day. And I post about it on my social media platforms. And folks always ask me, well, how can you eat the same thing, every day for a week? Now I do switch it up with the veggies, but it's pretty much, the same thing. Because I'm to the point now where I eat to fuel my body.
Okay.
So it doesn't bother me that I'm eating catfish 3 days in a row or 4 days in a row or whatever. It doesn't, because I know, okay, my protein is catfish. Kale is full of vitamins. It's a dark leafy green vegetable. So I'm eating to fuel, not eating for, it's flavorful because I feel like healthy food should be flavorful. It shouldn't be boring. Mm-hmm. But, I'm trying to take that stigma of healthy food as being boring and making it fun and flavorful. That's the basis of my business of Wise Meal Prep. I turn healthy food into fun, flavorful food where you wouldn't know that everything that I've seasoned your food with is salt-free, fresh herbs, garlic. It's not boiled chicken and boiled veggies like we used to in the 90s and early 2000s of this conception of how healthy food should be.
So how do you set the limits on the prep? Like this portion size? Like I'm greedy. Like, so I like to eat until my stomach sometimes hurts or I feel like I'm about to throw up. I'm just being honest. And my husband looks at me like, you gonna make yourself sick. But I be feeling like I need to eat this. So how did you switch from overeating to
eating enough?
Eating. Yeah, portion size eating, controlling.
Intermediate fasting helped a lot, and I still do that to this day as well. It helped a lot with my portions and not overeating. So with intermediate fasting, I'm going to talk about it just a little bit. You can pick a time frame that works for you. You can do a 16-8 where you fast for 16 hours and then you eat in the 8-hour window. You could do a 17, 16-8. You could do a fast for 17 hours. You pick a time frame that works for you. And if you honestly think about it, a lot of us as Americans, we don't eat breakfast.
This is true.
But you just hear, oh, I'm not eating for 16 hours. I can't do this. You can, because you don't need to eat breakfast half the time. And you're not starving yourself. And it may not be for everybody. It just worked for me and my lifestyle. But that definitely helped, because during that fasting window, it really made me think about the foods that I was putting in my body. Is it worth me putting trash in my body after I did this clean fast and restored my body and my blood cells and everything for me to go to McDonald's? It wasn't easy cutting my portions down. It absolutely was not. Because you're going from a girl, if you want to be truthfully honest, you're going from a girl who used to order a 20-piece nugget, a large fry, a sundae, and a Coke. Now I'm going from that to a cup of cauliflower rice, a fistful of protein, 2 cups of vegetables. It was hard. I would cry because I'm like, I'm hungry, but I'm not. My mind is just telling me I'm hungry. I ate enough to fuel my body already.
Okay.
So no, I'm not hungry. But that fat girl was like, girl, go in there to get you seconds. And I'm like, girl, take a back seat.
I got to
No, you're not.
I'm still fighting her. We got a lot better. We progressed.
Look here, I have lost edges fighting her sometimes. That's why I got, I've lost edges trying to fight her, because she got hands, and I'm like, sis.
And then I regret. So this is beautiful. This is good information. So overcoming that fat girl, it's a mind game.
It's a mind. Mm-hmm. And I still struggle. Okay. And I've been on this lifestyle change for over a year, and I still struggle. It's not daily, but I still struggle. It's times where I want to pull into McDonald's. I want to pull into my favorite fast food restaurant and order up the foods that I used to eat all the time. And I have to tell myself, no, you don't need it. Or no, wait for that cheat day. Or you had cookies on Sunday. You can get French fries on Thursday. You don't need French fries on Monday. Because if you ever notice, after you eat like a carb, you want a sweet.
Yeah.
Or after you eat a sweet, you want a carb, because they're best friends. They're now, don't get me wrong, carbs are God's gift to humans. Potatoes, pasta, rice, I love it. And if I can eat it every day and not gain any weight, but we wouldn't be human. So I have to do it in moderation. I eat what I want. It's all about eating it in moderation.
But even like carbs not only affect your weight, but your skin, I've learned.
Yes. I'm still working on mine. And if you're a diabetic, any of my diabetics that are watching, white carbs are not our friends. So bread, pasta, potatoes, all of the good things, with diabetes, those are not our friends. I had to pretty much cut them out to get rid of my diabetes. But now, if I want pasta, it's nothing for me to pick up a zucchini noodle or a butternut squash noodle. Or just, making a sauce loaded with vegetables and just eating that. I don't have to pick pasta. I'm to the point now that I can replace rice with cauliflower rice. I can replace noodles with a vegetable. Potatoes, instead of getting a whole potato, it's a half a potato. When I do eat potatoes, like today I had 1 potato today. I ate everything that my family ate. I just cut it down so it could fit into my lifestyle. Don't ever feel like when you're on a diet, I don't like diet. When you're on a lifestyle, because diet has died, because you're dying trying to change yourself. But when you make a lifestyle change, you're building a foundation for a lifetime.
That was good.
Not for just a temporary moment or a season, but we're trying to build a foundation for a lifetime where you can pass these things down to your kids. I'm building my daughter up so she doesn't have the same health issues that I had or had. So I'm building a foundation for her. My foundation was cracked. I went through not with the same pavement we use in Michigan for our roads. I used the pavement they use in Ohio because they actually last. And I went through and I patched up my holes, but I'm making sure that my daughter's foundation is smooth. That's a lifestyle change, not a diet.
Diet, because you're dying trying to change. I'm stuck. You got me speechless because that is so true.
You are. You're dying trying to fit into a mold that's not meant for you. It's not. Making a lifestyle change doesn't come with a size. I have hanging skin. I have fat. I have stretch marks. My lifestyle change isn't about being a size 2 or a size 4. It's about becoming the healthiest and best version of you that you can. I wanted to live and not exist anymore. I was existing when I was a size 18. I'm living now. That's a lifestyle change. And doesn't mean a size 16 isn't unhealthy because people carry weight differently. I know women in the gym that's over 200 pounds, honey, built. Okay. I be looking like, Lord, you couldn't, I'm sorry.
But it's the way your body is fueled and built and capable of what it's capable of, what your body
exactly.
can do.
So you could be 16, work out every day and be healthy. You can be a size 4 and be unhealthy, be a diabetic and still have everything that plagues you. I just want people to make small changes and then we build off of those small changes. Don't focus on a number, because I used to focus on a number. And don't get me wrong, I still struggle with that where I step on the scale and I'm like, oh my God, why aren't I this size? Why isn't the number moving? But then I have to realize and look at pictures, and I thank God for my support system, my family and my friends who speak life into me and speak positivity into me and remind me, girl, do you remember when you started that? Do you remember how you used to look?
Yeah.
And when I look in the mirror sometimes, I don't always see it. I still see that 240-pound girl that started off, not the girl I am, the woman I am today. Someone's in the chat.
It's a lot of people in the chat.
Hi, everyone.
Talking to you. So first off, was the food change for you? And in the process of your food change, it was a lot of changing your mindset. What was next?
After that, working out, because I knew I had to move my body. Now, once I got my eating under control, I said, I have to move this body. And if anyone follows me on Facebook, I used to always post every day, twice a day. In the beginning, I stay in a complex. And so I used to walk my complex. When I first started walking my complex, I could barely make it around one time. Out of breath, legs tingling, knees hurt, hip pop lock dropping. I said, okay.
I remember those posts.
Yes, you remember. Anybody that follows me on my Facebook remembers those posts. And so I just told myself, okay, the next time we're going to try 2 laps. 2 laps turned into 3 laps. 3 laps turned into 30 minutes. And then I found a track that's actually walking distance from my my townhome. So I would leave here, I would walk to the track, and I would walk 30 minutes once a day. I said, okay, I got this down packed. Let's bump it up to twice a day. So I will walk in the morning and I will walk in the evening. So twice, and people's like, all you did was walk. Yes. Walking, even though people think like it's just walking, I lost 20 pounds in the beginning, just walking and meal prepping and intermediate fasting. That was it. And then I got with the trainer, and I want to say it was about May. I got with the trainer. It was still during COVID. So nothing was open. So we used to work outside. If anybody knows, I would be up at Kennedy Center. You would see me up there 3 times a week. When I got with him, I got down to 220. So from 240 to 220, I did on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I said, before the summer ends, I want to, my next goal was to get to 200 pounds. He said, okay, we can do that. Before the summer end, I got to 198.
So in that process, did you have to change anything with your meal prepping, or it was just a matter of?
My meal prep stayed the same.
Okay.
I will bump up my fasting window, so your body gets accustomed to a fasting time. So I was doing 16-8 for the longest, and I started to plateau. So I would switch it up. I would fast longer. Okay, I'm going to fast for 17 hours for 2 weeks, and okay, I'm gonna bump it up and do an 18-hour fast. So I would have to switch it up to kind of shake your body up, to kind of, okay, wait a minute, what we doing? Wait, this isn't. I'm not comfortable in this, but you can't be comfortable when you're making a lifestyle change. You have to push yourself if you want to see the next level and the next level in your results. You have to push yourself. And so that my meal prep didn't change. I still did the low carb, high protein, lots of veggies. I started to add in like protein shakes. But other than that, food stayed the same. And then the gyms opened back up. And so me and my trainer went our separate ways. I took what I learned from him and I took it to the gym with me. And I love my regulars at the gym. We call ourselves the regulars as a group of us. And they also helped me. You know, I would look at them and I would be scared. And I'm like, girl, I can't do that. And she was like, no, yes, you can. And and to this day, I have to tell them, when I want to tell myself I can't, no, you're speaking negativity into it already. I can.
Mm-hmm.
Because the word impossible has I'm possible in it. So I can. So let me go ahead and try this.
So I have to ask you this, because I feel like it's a switch and a shift. And have you always been this positive?
No. My lifestyle change wasn't just about the outer part. It was also me. I had to work on myself. I had to work on my demons. I had to sit back. And I know this is going to be hard for some people, but I had to sit back and I said, who is the common denominator in every situation? So guess what I had to do? I had to work on me. I had to work on my mental, my spiritual, my overall self. Because how do I expect people to pour into me and love into me when I can't pour and love into myself? How do I will make my post about my future husband this and future husband that. But how can I expect my future husband to love me when I can't love myself properly? So I had to build a wall and I had to work on me. And my wall is still there. It's halfway though. You can see my head and my shoulders because I'm still under construction. And that's okay.
I'm like, you're human. Okay. You're human.
I'm human. And if working on me takes another year, then guess what? I'm going to take that year to work on me. Because once it's my time, and my cousin tells me this all the time, when it's my time to shine, once it's my time, and God whispers in my ear and say, shine bright, everybody that I clapped for and stood up for, I want them to, and if you don't stand up for me, that's okay. Because I have enough family and friends and myself that will stand up and clap for me and shout for me.
That is awesome. I'm rooting for you. I'm geeked.
Thank you. Thank you.
Geeked. So I guess because I got to ask this. So what does working on you outside of this lifestyle change, that emotional part, look like? There's layers to this. There's levels in your lifestyle change.
Another thing that we don't talk about in the Black community, I had to seek a therapist. And I was always told, as many of us, what happens in this household stays in this household. We don't speak about it. You kind of just brush it under the rug. And if we want to be transparent as we is, I had a mental break where death seemed sweet. Death seemed peaceful at one point. Because I put myself out there and put an image out there that I felt like if I don't keep this image, people are going to laugh. People are going to talk. And then, my cousin, I love her. I hope she's watching. And some friends, they reached out and they helped. And they told me, damn if you do, damn if you don't. They're still going to talk about you regardless.
Exactly.
And I seek the therapist. I seek help, and it helps a lot, you know. So I tell anyone, don't be afraid, because I was afraid to go, because I'm like, oh, they're gonna judge me, or oh, they're gonna put me on medicine, or they're gonna do all of these things, and it's not that's not the case all the time. And if you do need medicine, that's okay too. Mm-hmm. But I had to actually sit back and said, okay, I need someone else to help me with this journey.
I need to be able to see clear from a different perspective, and that's what a therapist provides.
Exactly.
It's and okay. I went to therapy too, so you're not alone.
I think everybody should. I think everybody needs to go see and talk to somebody outside of family and friends, because I feel like family and friends sometimes, now my family and friends are raw. They don't give me the answer I want to hear, but you do have some family and friends that will just kind of give you the answer that you want to hear to just justify your feelings or how you should feel. That therapist isn't. Mm-hmm. That therapist is going to be like, yeah, honey, no.
The intentions and the motives, that's a therapist doesn't really know you to have clear intentions or motives.
And to pick your side.
Yeah.
To give you that watered down cookie cutter answer that you want to hear. They're going to give you that raw answer. And guess what? It's going to hurt, but it's going to make you a better person.
So it sounds like you are stepping into a season of freedom.
Yes.
This is what I'm getting from this conversation, not just off of what I've seen on Facebook. It sounds like a season of freedom. This lifestyle change has brought you freedom.
I'm happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And I glow from the inside out. I don't need MAC makeup. I don't need Bobbi Brown makeup. You're going to see this acne skin, but guess what you're also going to see? You're going to see the glow. You're going to see the smile. You're going to see the diamonds in my eyes when you look at me. You're going to be like, damn, she's happy. She is. Thank you. I am.
Thank you. Thank you.
She is. Thank you.
So your lifestyle change has allowed you to run into a version of you've never met before.
And I love her. And she's not going anywhere. And anyone that comes into my space and wants to bring negative energy, block. Okay. Simply.
You're learning to handle yourself with care.
And I know what triggers me. So as soon as I sense that what's going to trigger me and bring out the old me, I'm going to just fall back and exit stage left, because I refuse to give you that energy, because I can use that energy on a good circuit workout in the gym. I can use that energy in being a mom to my beautiful daughter. I can use that energy into doing a meal prep order. I can use that energy in doing a podcast with you. Something positive instead of something negative.
Awesome. So I just got to recap it. We started with meal prep. We moved on to exercising. And in that process, though, we learned to work on ourselves, not just exercising for physical, but for our mentals.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's next?
Oh, what's next for me? Well, for my business, Wise Meal Prep. I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I mostly post on Instagram. It's Wise Meal Prep LLC. For my business, I want a food truck. I eventually want a food truck, but I feel like the spirits are leading me into doing like an overall, something like a Weight Watchers program for people, because I have so many people that reach out to me who want help with meal prepping and working out. And I'm no trainer, and I tell people this. I am no trainer. I know 2 amazing trainers that I refer people to. But for starting off, I'm your girl. I can help you when it comes to starting off that working out. I can help you with that. But when it comes to that next level, I know 2 amazing trainers. But for me, I feel like the spirits are kind of leading me to do a whole program with meal prepping and working out and, speaking life into people and letting people know you're human and it's okay and you're going to mess up. But your one day of downfall doesn't have to stop your lifestyle change. For me overall, I want to be a better woman, a better mom. I want to continue on this path and see what doors God has to open for me. I want to sit at tables that I never thought that I would sit at. I want to be in the presence of people that I never thought that I would be in the presence of. Little old me. Like, I want that for myself. I want to be an example for my community and my family. Like, I knew her and she did it. Look at her. She's doing it. And she's continuing to do it.
So something I also pick up in our conversation is you have a lot of education on the different foods and herbs and things like that. Where did that come from?
Research. Taking the time out. I was laid off for COVID last year. And so taking the time out and actually looking up the benefits of food and how food can help and heal diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Foods and herbs can't. And I also have an amazing person. His name is Christian. I always post him on Facebook. I order my capsules from him. I reach out to him a lot. I reach out to Sade. I get my elderberry and my sea moss from her and another girl named Christian. I reach out to these people because they have more knowledge than me. I'm never closed when it comes to learning. I hate people who feel like, oh, they know everything. You learn something new every day. So I reach out to them a lot. I will ask Christian, like, hey, I'm dealing with this. What do I need? Here you go. Hey, Sade, I'm dealing with this. What do I need? Here you go. I used to have a cough every year. I had this during this time. I used to have this really bad cough, and doctors didn't know what was going on. I was on medication. This is the first year I don't cough anymore.
Wow.
So it's like I'm doing something right.
That's awesome. But if you go back to a biblical standpoint, everything in the earth is created for us and for us to use. And a lot of the stuff that we do use right now is man-made, or the man has did something to taint it. I don't know, poison.
No,
but I prefer
right.
to say tainted.
They're making us sick. And that's what I tell people. They don't care about us, especially the Black community. They don't care about us. We have to care about ourselves. We have to do the research and find out, what can I do to heal my body? What can I do to help myself? Because your doctors are going to give you whatever the FDA says that you need. Your doctors you have some amazing doctors that are out there that are actually open-minded to holistic medicine. But a lot of them aren't, so you have to do your research or reach out to people, and you have to be open-minded. And you also have to realize that it isn't going to happen overnight. What you see is 2 years in the process and counting. This didn't happen overnight. I've been consistent. I've been positive. And you have to realize your tongue is powerful. So what you put out in the world is what you're going to get back.
So you keep mentioning that part. Where did you learn that on this journey? A lot of people don't have that tongue piece or understanding that concept.
I used to be a negative person. I was negative Nancy. I never seen the good in anything. Never. Somebody would say something, I would be like, oh, well, girl, no. And I was negative Nancy. I was, and I had to realize that no, I'm a negative person. And so I call her my second mom. Her name is Sharon. She used to always tell me, your words hold power.
Yeah.
Your words hold power. And when I started to sit back, and the moment I want to say something negative, I'm like, no. We're not going to do that. And I tell myself this every day. A positive mindset, positive thoughts, positive actions, positive words equal a positive result.
Yeah.
No matter what you're going through, even in your bad, there's something good in that. And there's somebody that is struggling worse off than you. And it's crazy because every time I want to be like, oh my God. A perfect example, I was at the laundromat one day and I was washing and I was in the car And I was like, oh my God, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta pay these bills. And I'm like, I really don't want to, and money's tight. And I got out my car and I went in the laundromat. And there was a lady and a guy in there, and they were talking. And in the moment of me being mad about something that was so small, this man was homeless, this woman was sleeping in her car. But I'm sitting here complaining about a bill that I have the money to pay, or it's a little tight for me and I can't do these things. This man doesn't have a bed. This woman doesn't have a house to go to. And in the middle of the laundromat, I said, Lord, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. That's it. And they looked at me. And I'm like, I sorry. She was like, no, it's okay.
So learning to check yourself.
Huh?
Learning to check yourself.
Check. Quick. Check. And if you don't, God will send you a reminder real quick on how, you think you're in a bad situation? Hold on. Here's somebody else.
This is awesome. This is really awesome. So in all of this, what was the hardest thing for you? In all of this transformation, what was the hardest thing and hardest part?
Taking accountability for my actions. That was the hardest part.
Owning up to your ish.
Owning up to my ish. And saying, girl, it's you. And that's with everything. The eating, me being the common denominator in situations, everything, because it was me. It was me putting the food in my mouth. It was me being the negative person. It was me pushing people away and being angry. It was me. So taking the accountability for my ish was the hardest part. I'm like, what? You? It can't, no, you. And that's the hardest part for a lot of people, actually sitting back and saying, nope, it's you.
A lot of us don't want to deal with ourselves.
And it's hard.
You want everybody else to be honest with you, but you can't be honest with yourself.
And the moment that you're honest with yourself, I promise you, your everything will be different. And the moment that, and I'm still working on this, the moment that, can we cuss?
Go ahead, girl.
Okay. The moment that you stop giving a fuck what somebody has to say and think on you, your life will be so much better. And I struggle with that to this day. And I have people that I will call up and be like, they like,
Because what does it matter though?
Exactly. What does it matter?
Are they paying a bill?
Not a one. Because I got DTE, they could pay real quick if they want to.
Do they make or break? So what does it matter?
It doesn't. But it's hard when you put yourself out here for people to watch your journey. Because like I said, you feel like you have to keep up a standard because you put that standard out there as if you're not human. And I have to realize, no, I am human. So, I am going to still make mistakes.
That I don't know if you notice, a lot of times I post, I'm human, because people need to understand it's okay to feel, it's okay to process. A lot of the world is insane because they don't feel, they don't process, or they're facading. So no, set yourself free. Enjoy your season of freedom.
Yes.
Enjoy your season of freedom. They can't count you out. Only you can count you out. That power is in you.
In my hands and in my tongue.
That power is in you. It's how you move. It's everything.
No, you're absolutely right.
And thinking that way, though, you're giving the world that type of control.
Without even saying it.
Yes. Yep. Thinking that way, you're giving them that type of control. What you're doing is genuinely what you're doing out of the pour of your heart. Continue to pour. Continue to overflow. Continue to be free.
Thank you.
That's cool. It is. I'm telling you this. I'm speaking from a place where I'm about to give you all in a book my thoughts. Like this is so I get it. But I just told somebody recently, I said, I hate the way that they paint success. People want to blow my picture up. I don't want that. I want you to come meet this goofy, giggly, let's laugh, have fun type of person. I don't want to stand there in a suit like that because that's not me.
That's not you.
You might catch me one day in some leggings and with my half of a ponytail out, and I'm okay with that.
Honey, you got a ponytail. I got a cheetah print bonnet.
But I want you to be able to relate to that person, not just that person you think who about to get 6 figures or who got this or who got that. Because truth be told, you take all of that, I am still me. There is still a core human in this.
Still, there is layers to me. And the layer that you see right now is jogging pants and t-shirt Vicky's. But I need you she here, like, and it ain't gonna always be Facebook and Instagram Vicky. Right now you're getting jogging pants and t-shirt Vicky.
And so people miss that though, because they're concerned about how you show up that day. You missed my heart. You missed what I had to say because you could not hear me because you were distracted. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this. I posted a video. My hair was pin curl. Instead of listening to what I said, I got a phone call and said, next time you post the video, can you take the pins out your hair? And I said, you missed everything I said, didn't you? Because I told you to set yourself free and be true to who you are. That's why I got on there with the pins in my head, because I wanted you to know I didn't care.
Zero.
So that is just the world that we live in. It's nothing but continue to fight against the grain.
I love it.
It has to break at some point.
It does.
And if it doesn't, it doesn't affect you because I've done my best and I've given you all my best.
And I sleep peacefully at night knowing I did.
Boom, baby. I did my assignment. I understood the assignment.
Understood. A+. Okay.
I understood the assignment. So I do have to ask you, for someone who's like me, who's struggling to say, you gave me a lot of gems tonight. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you up. There's a lot of stuff I need to work on. What would be your advice to someone who's just trying to get started in changing their life? Not dieting, just trying to get started with changing their life.
What we just said, you're human and you're going to make mistakes. And you need to know that that's okay. It's okay to fall. It's okay to bruise your knee. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. But pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going because it will be worth it at the end.
Awesome. All right. And then you got to share. Can we get a recipe? How do I make some? I don't like kale. Let me just tell you that. I don't like vegetables. I don't like vegetables.
Oh my God. I love vegetables. How do you not? How, I don't understand how adults don't eat vegetables. I never understood that.
I will make myself eat them. I do not like them. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of us like that in the world.
No, it is. A lot of my customers.
Can I spice them up? Help me, please. I like zucchini and squash.
You like zucchini and squash? You can saute zucchini and squash for about 5 to 7 minutes. A little bit of olive oil, garlic. Meyer actually sells a really good salt-free seasoning brand. I'm giving y'all some tips where I get my seasonings from, but Meyer has a really good salt-free line. Actually, McCormick. It's the McCormick brand. Meyer's the only place that I know that sells it. I haven't seen it anywhere else. But yeah, you can saute them with some olive oil, some garlic, some salt-free seasoning. I like to add, I say the best way to get veggies in is add it into spaghetti. Dice it up. I like for kids, well, my daughter, she has no choice, but thank God she likes vegetables. But dice it up in spaghetti. With my spaghetti, I put zucchini, squash, broccoli, carrots, peppers, onions, and everything is covered in sauce. Kids aren't gonna know. Season it up. Throw some cheese on top. Boom. You got your veggies.
I'm an adult. I'm feeling some type of way. You give me some spaghetti with a whole bunch of vegetables.
I'm going to make you some. And I'm going to give you some. And you're going to message me. And I'm going to use plant-based meat on top of that. So you're not going to have any meat in there. And you're going to message me and you're going to be like,
I've done it. I've lived a 40-day all natural. When I fast, I can easily do it. It ain't became enjoyable and lifestyle changing for me, but it did for my mother. So I'm still praying on the day that I don't go back and want to eat a chicken wing.
I haven't had chicken in over a year.
At one point I couldn't stand chicken because I felt like that's all Black people cooked.
It is.
At the price it is right now, I probably ain't gonna stay in chicken for a little while longer. Anyway,
it's chicken and lobster tails are neck and neck.
The lobster tail that went up. The crab legs that went up.
Everything. It's just like at this point, I'm gonna just eat air. And if y'all start charging for that, I just don't know what to do.
When they charging for ice water at McDonald's.
Okay. Another good way to get veggies in, I like to add them to soup. I don't know if you like soup. I love soup. Smoothies is a great way to add. No? You don't like smoothies? You don't like smoothies?
No.
Why?
It's the texture. I'm a texture person.
Okay. Soup, salad. Do you like salads?
I'm a work in progress. I like salads. That's
okay.
But you just give me lettuce and I'm gonna be okay.
What?
I don't need all the other. I just start learning to eat tomatoes and stuff. I'm healthy though. I'm healthy. We can run. So when you said that about people's shapes and sizes and things like that, my blood, I'm great. I want to continue to stay great though. That's why I need to make these changes. And I need to make these changes for my daughters and for it to pour into my family.
And you want them to see it. And so they can start.
But I do the soup thing. I do the soup and I do
salads is a good way as well too. Because you could chop everything up, especially the kale. If you chop it up with I don't like iceberg. Iceberg has no nutrition in it. I like to get like the mixed greens. You can get the salad mix that actually has the kale in it. It has kale, spinach. You want to get something that has dark leafy green vegetables, full of antioxidants, full of nutrients. You want to get those. Iceberg, stop eating iceberg, people. Stop. Unless it's a burger, I guess. Outside of that, iceberg it's water. Just stop.
I put spinach on my burger.
I put the mixed greens that I make my salads with on my burger. And I don't eat bread. So it's just the lettuce, tomato, onion, and then the patty. The plant-based patty.
All right. So tell the people where to find you. Let them know where to connect and learn more and get some of these meal preps because clearly I need some help.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook at Wise Meal Prep LLC. Also Instagram, it's my same name, Wise Meal Prep LLC. I'm always posting before and after pictures, specials with my meal preps, inspirational posts, videos. You can inbox me if you need support. I am always here to help. I'm a listening ear. I will give advice, what worked for me, what didn't work for me. If you need a cheerleader, girl, I'm your cheerleader. I can do a cheer for you real quick. If you need somebody just to make you laugh, I can make you laugh.
Well, that is a blessing, and you are a blessing. Definitely, you all check out Wise Meal Prep. She has some amazing things and amazing meals happening there. I'll be like, that look real good. I need to go over there. This cauliflower rice over with the salmon.
I'm gonna have it. Yes, I'm gonna have it on Sunday. I'm gonna have my fried cauliflower rice, which is what started my entire business and what I'm known for.
Because my mom said, I tried this girl rice at this pop-up shop. And I was like, you tried Vicky Wise rice. She was like, how did you know? I'm like, everybody know about that rice.
And it's not rice. That's the crazy thing. It's cauliflower. It's not even, and people be like, it's not rice. No, it's cauliflower. So you're eating all vegetables.
And that is a blessing.
And I'm gonna give you some, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, I think I may like vegetables. I'm gonna be like, girl,
I don't think I'm gonna like vegetables, but I'm willing to eat them.
I have customers who kids, they're like, my kids don't eat vegetables, but they're not gonna eat this. I get a text message or a video. They done had 3 bowls. The babies love Vicky cauliflower rice, girl.
Well, that is a blessing. Don't forget, you all, food is fueling your body. Make those choices. Become aware. If you are looking to change your eating, start with your food, progressively work into exercise. And if it's your mind, hold yourself accountable. Deal with yourself. Deal with yourself before yourself deals with you. It's something I always tell my client, because your trauma is going to show up one way or another if you don't heal from that or overcome it. Other than that, you all, this is the Transparency Place. We've had a great evening with Miss Vicky Wise. We hope to see a lot of you on Sunday. Come shop, come kick it with us. We'll be there. We're friendly people. We're looking to have a good time and raise money for young people.
Come support them babies.
We're looking to raise money for young people. Thank you, Victoria. I truly appreciate you. Hang out here for a second. Ronnie's going to take us out, and we'll kick it for a second.
All righty.
Hi, I'm Blaine, host of Live with Blaine J, a podcast that airs right here on Realish Radio. Every week, I connect you to all the people, brands, and businesses you need to know about. I'm gearing up for season 2, and I can't wait to talk to you. So keep your notifications locked right here to Realish Radio.
See the struggle to get in line. Hustle from the bottom, the customers don't lie. 365 is in dead and the phone shine. Hustle till I die, so whenever I shine. If I'm telling better,